Kurt Angle is one of the greatest of all time. He is no doubt one of the best to ever do it. A top star in WWE, TNA and Japan, and when he signed for TNA in 2006, he was hot. And in 2007, he won every single TNA title in a huge moment, and we're going to talk about how this came to be and what happened during his reign of every TNA title. What's going on, guys? It's Tom with Talks on Wrestling, and today we'll be talking about when Kurt Angle won every TNA title belt. First of all, I'll just warn you, I'm a bit tipsy because I've drank a few drinks. Let's not talk about that. Before we get into it though, I'd like to thank my Patreon backers, all listed here. For more exclusive content and perks, check out my Patreon link down below. It would really help me during these trying times and would be very much appreciated. Got a brand new series coming onto Patreon soon, some WCPW reviews coming soon to Patreon, and yeah, let's get into this video and just stop wasting time already, I'm sorry.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero Kurt Angle, and you are watching Top 10 Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
In 2006, Kurt Angle departed from the WWE. The reason being that he refused to go to rehab for his drug problems, and Vince McMahon didn't want him to pass away while he was under contract in WWE. Shortly after though, TNA would snap him up and sign him in a move that was seen as fairly controversial because, like we said before, Kurt Angle should have been in rehab and not in a major wrestling company. But regardless, this was the biggest signing in TNA history, and TNA ran with it, labeling him as the biggest signing in TNA history, and rightly so, because there was so much fanfare behind his signing, and his debut was absolutely awesome. He would enter into his first feud with Samoa Joe, who was undefeated until this point, and at 2006 Genesis, Angle would defeat Samoa Joe and end his streak, making Angle look amazing right from the start of his TNA career. At Against All Odds 2007, Kurt Angle would wrestle his first world title match against champion Christian Cage, but Angle would lose this match after interference from the Christian Coalition. At Sacrifice, it would be a three-way between Sting, Christian and Kurt Angle for the world title, which Angle would win, and then the Impact following this, the TNA world title was introduced, replacing the NWA belt and making Angle the official first TNA world champion. However, the title was then declared vacant due to the finish of the three-way, but then he'd win it back at Slammiversary in a King of the Mountain match, so what really was the point in vacating it? We then go to Victory Road 2007, where it was Kurt Angle the world champion and Samoa Joe the X Division champion teaming up against the tag team champions Team 3D. Now the stipulation in this match is whoever gets the pin wins whoever received the pinned title. So basically, Samoa Joe got the pin in this match and thus became the tag team champions. When I say he became the tag team champions, I mean he became the sole tag team champion. So on the following Impact, the Tag and X Division champion Samoa Joe challenged world champion and also IWGP champion, by the way, Kurt Angle to a winner takes all match at Hard Justice, where all four titles were on the line, and Kurt Angle accepted. At Hard Justice, someone was gonna win every TNA title, except for the women's one, of course. And at Hard Justice, Kurt Angle would defeat Samoa Joe to win every TNA title with help from Karen Angle, but Kurt Angle was now the X Division champion, the tag champion, the world champion, and of course the IWGP champion, the latter two being the titles he retained. The only issue with this match is that the IWGP title was on the line, and that sort of spoiled that Angle was going to win, as Joe was not signed with the IGF, who this version of the IWGP belt belonged to, so the IGF were never going to let a non-contracted wrestler win the title at a non-IGF show. It was just never going to happen. But either way, it was a fantastic match. Angle and Joe had brilliant chemistry, and honestly, I would kill to see one more match from these guys because they work so well together. But now that Kurt Angle was a quadruple champion, there was a catch. That catch being, he now had to defend all the titles in separate matches at pay-per-views, and it wouldn't be long before he would lose some of those titles. In fact, it would be the very next pay-per-view, this pay-per-view being No Surrender 2007, a pay-per-view famous for the fact that Kurt Angle wrestled 3 matches. He opened the show, he was in the middle of the show, and he main evented. He opened No Surrender defending the tag titles, where he had to team with Sting, as he wasn't allowed to defend the titles on his own, despite winning them in a one-on-one match. TNA, make it make sense, but he defended them against Ron Killings and Pac-Man Jones. And this would be the first title that Angle would lose after Sting is pinned by Pac-Man Jones. After Angle hits the Angle Slam on Sting, following a little conflict between Sting and Karen on the outside. So 1 title down, 2 to go, not including IWGP title of course. The next Kurt Angle match on the show saw him defend his X Division title in the middle of the show, one-on-one against Jay Lethal. Now this match was awesome. Kurt Angle and Jay Lethal were both at the top of their game in 2007 in TNA, and they had excellent chemistry, and Jay Lethal actually won this match clean, pinning Angle with a pin combination. And though Jay won the match clean, Angle still came out the match looking amazing because the match was so good. But yeah, Jay Lethal is the new X Division champion. Kurt Angle is starting to crumble. 2 titles down, 1 to go. Can he hold on to his world title in the main event tonight? So yeah, we go to that main event which sees Kurt Angle go one-on-one with the monster Abyss. Could this be Abyss's time to win the TNA world title? Could Abyss capitalize on the damage Angle had already taken tonight? Nah, Angle won. Of course he won. It was a very decent match though, and sadly, Abyss would never actually win the TNA World title. This was probably his biggest opportunity, especially in kayfabe, to win it. I mean, Kurt Angle went through all this damage, and you'd think that maybe Abyss could win it, but it wasn't to be, and he sadly would never win the world title in his entire career, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Kurt Angle, take a bow after your performance at No Surrender 2007. 3 matches. That's unbelievable. So despite losing the X Division and tag titles, Kurt Angle managed to keep the world title, and it would be the next pay-per-view Bound for Glory where Angle would go one-on-one with his rival Sting, and that's where he would lose the world title and officially lose all the titles he had won just 2 months before. Overall, Kurt Angle winning every title was a big deal. It was crazy. That had never really been seen before, like someone holding every title in a major company. The issue is, I feel like they kind of botched it. I feel like he definitely should have held at least one of the titles for longer. Like, he could have easily held the world title for longer. He could have easily held the X Division title for longer. Imagine, that could have been great. Imagine him with the X Division title facing the likes of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley and all these X Division wrestlers, Sonjay Dutt, Christopher Daniels, Kazarian. He could have had so many awesome matches, but again, it wasn't to be. And also, at the same time, I can see the argument that maybe Samoa Joe should have been the one to hold every title. Fact is, Kurt Angle was already a major star. He didn't need to hold every title for people to believe in him, because he's a mainstream wrestling star. Whereas Samoa Joe, well, he was a massive star and amazing anyway, and everyone already knew that. Your casual fan wouldn't have known who Samoa Joe is, and maybe Samoa Joe could have used this more than Kurt Angle, but I do get why they went with Angle. He's the bigger draw. If I told my friend that Kurt Angle won every title in a company, they would go crazy, you know, obviously at the time. And if I told someone Samoa Joe won them, there's a chance they might not have known who Samoa Joe is at the time. But I do get why they did it. Either way though, that was when Kurt Angle won every TNA title belt. Absolutely crazy stuff. Kurt Angle, like I said, one of the best to ever do it, and it is very fitting that he did win every title. But that's it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy them, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe, notifications on, follow me on Twitter at Top 10 Wrestling. Sorry if this video's been bad. Like I said, I've had some drinks down me. It's fine though. what did I say? Twitter at Top 10 Wrestling, Instagram at I'm Tom Bell. Check me out on Patreon. New series starting soon. Patreon.com/Top 10 Wrestling. Top link in the description. Check out my podcast, Shoots and Jobbers, also in the description on Spotify. See you all soon. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.
Sleeping on me at my feet is where you'll lay. Until your head down on your knees like you pray. It's cool, I continue to kick, push like Lupe. But if you ain't grinding with me, now the grind is where you'll stay. They want me quiet, you can watch me be discreet. Now I'm silent when I speak, my